already given? How many of you have already given NSO exams? So yes, there are so many of you that have experienced the exam, NSO exam. So many of you are aware of the exam pattern, and how many of you have attended the previous NSO Olympiad program, online program? You can again raise your hand if you want to. So
yes, we can see a lot of thumbs up coming in. So all the students, whenever they have to answer, just raise your hands.
yes.
We will consider your answer. So many of the students, we can see they have appeared for SOF exams.
Yes. So today the orientation of NSO National Science Olympiad program, in which we are going to discuss these topics. Introduction to NSO, National Science Olympiad. What is the importance of science, National Science Olympiad? How Science Olympiad preparation program is going to help you, and why Olympiad preparation needs special training, right? And what kind of different questions, different types of questions asked in NSO exams, and how are they different from your school questions and school pattern of questions, right? So now National Science Olympiad is a science-based competition which is conducted by Science Olympiad Foundation every year. So you see that many students from classes 1 to 12, they sit in this exam and take participation to gauge their ability, to gauge their talent, and they are also rewarded with the certificates and many other other rewards. So the aim of a National Science Olympiad is to give you platform to understand what is science, and to build up scientific aptitude. See, we all are having skills, different types of skills, right? But we need to polish our skills. By polish, I mean all of us are born with different skills. We can be good observer, we can be having analytical skills, we might be having very good logical skills and logical mind. So we all are having different sets of skills. Some might be very observant and good at logical thinking. Some might be very good at analyzing some data. So we all, from the birth, we are unique with different kinds of skills. So all these skills, they help us to make good aptitude. What is aptitude? Aptitude is to perceive thing, or different perspective of looking into something, right? For us, we are just students right now. Are you all students now? So you must be thinking science is just a subject. It's a subject that we study at school, and like maths, English, it is one of our subjects. But it's not just a subject. It's a vast discipline of knowledge. And to gauge that knowledge, to gauge that scientific knowledge, we need to develop a scientific aptitude. So National Science Olympiad Foundation, Science Olympiad Foundation is working on this by conducting National Science Olympiad. So it is giving you a platform, an opportunity to help you understand your skills, to help you develop new scientific aptitude, which will be helpful not just for you, for the India, for the country also, if you become future scientists, engineer, doctors, which we expect and which we all think we can become. So it provides exposure to the students at both national as well as international level. So you are getting to know at where you are standing in terms of competition, in terms of your performances. You will be able to know how you are performing, how you are doing good at different standards, at national as well as international standards. So what is the importance, as we have discussed? Science Olympiad, National Science Olympiad are helping in developing scientific aptitude among young learners like you. This is the main objective of Science Olympiad. National Science Olympiad is a platform for showcasing the talent of young learners. So all of you are having beautiful skills, different sets of skills. You all are unique. So you all be able to showcase your talent. But sometimes what happens, we need a little guidance, a little orientation, a little push from a third person that can help you in the right direction and help you channelize your talent. So this is the purpose of National Science Olympiad. It will help you giving opportunity by different mediums so that you can help you can polish and brush up your skills and build up a good scientific aptitude. So NSO helps in augmenting scientific skills of students. It inculcates the spirit of competition amongst the students. Winning the competition also increases your self-confidence, as well as you are rewarded with different awards, right? Now, how MTG Olympiad preparation program is going to be helpful for you? So this program is covering all these labors, all the science labors that you will be doing in a year round in your school. It will be covering this labors in 20 to 25 different sessions, which will be having different topics. Now, each session will be focusing on students' preparation, how they are going to prepare for the NSO exams, because that needs some preparation, and it is completely focused on how you are going to prepare, how you are going to give exams. We are going to take doubt related to the topics will be dealt by the learned faculties from SOF, very experienced faculty, those who have been designing the exams, those who have been writing answers to the questions, everything. A very experienced faculty will be taking care of your all doubts. Provision of appropriate assessment in each session. So after each session, you will be given assessment test. You have to take that test so that you can understand where is your preparation, how much you have learned from that particular session. If in case you have any doubt or any query, you can always take that query to the next session, and the faculty will take care of your doubts, and it will definitely clear your doubts. Now, simple tricks and tips and tricks to solve Olympiad problems will be conferred by this experienced faculty. So some tips and tricks will be shared with you to how to solve questions, because these questions are not the same kind as you see in your exams, in your school's exams. This is little complicated, or you can say little bit layered. So you will see one time you are asking what type of question, how, where, why. So there are different layers to a question. So some tips and tricks will be shared with you to how solve this question in lesser time and save your time, because this exam is obviously time limited. This will help you in save your time and answer the question quickly. So the main feature of this program are live classes. So all the classes, online classes, will be live classes, no recorded classes. Teacher will be there in front of you, and she is always there whenever you feel like putting a question or not able to understand, she's there to stop and give reply to you. So as I discussed, syllabus will be covered in 20 to 25 sessions. Small batch size and challenging exercises will be shared with you. Doubt clearance session or time will be taken care of, and timely assessments. So these are some of the features which will be taken in this program. Now, why Olympiad preparation needs special training? So we are saying that Olympiad is little different. So how is different? Questions are not simple. They are not understanding based as asked in the schools. So you might be asked in the school, what are the different types of, or what are the different characteristics of aquatic animals? You will write down these are the characteristics of aquatic animals. They are having gills, they are having flippers, they are having a tapered body. So you are answering whatever knowledge you are having, you are putting that into the paper, right? But in Olympiads, what kind of question they will put you, they will give you a characteristic of an animal, that this animal is having these characteristics. Based on these characteristics, figure out where does this animal X live? What is the habitat of this animal? It can be desert, or it can be aquatic, or it can be rainforest. So based on your knowledge, which is there, you have to deduce, you have to come to a solution where you have to select. So what are you doing? You are applying that knowledge. You are not just putting that knowledge into paper. You are applying that knowledge. So the questions are not as simple as just asking what. It is asking where, how, why. You have to apply your knowledge. See, knowing is everything, but you should always apply that knowledge. So knowledge is good, but without applying it, it's not giving you any result. So the questions and that pattern of the questions will be unfamiliar. So this preparation program will help you to gauge and get familiar with the kinds of questions in NSO exams are asked. Some strategies required to attempt the papers and solve questions. That is going to be discussed time to time with you. Many students, they find it difficult to finish the test in the stipulated time, in the given time. So they need to learn time management, right? We have to understand that we are given certain number of questions and we have limited time. So how we have to take care of that? Sometimes we can, use some tips and tricks that faculty members are going to share with you, which will save your time. And that time saving will help you in good time management. Now let's dive to see what kind of questions come in NSO exams. Questions based on classification chart. I hope all of you are till now clear. If there is any doubt, you can put that doubt in the chat box. The exam will be taken, the program will be taken online. Okay. Now, so in such kind of questions, classification chart kind of a question. What is a classification chart? See, a classification chart is classifying an entity into different types. Okay, it can be a group or it can be just a unit, and it is classifying into different types in different categories. So here we can see in this question, which is from your NSO workbook, that food is being categorized into two categories, energy giving and bodybuilding, right? And P and Q are two examples of energy giving food and bodybuilding food. What we have to identify from here, what we have to answer here, we have to identify what is P and Q. So based on energy giving food and based on bodybuilding food, we have to identify what can be the examples of these two. So options are given A, B, C, D. In option A, first of all, you have to see all the options. You have to nullify all the other option and you have to select just one correct option, right? If you are finding the correct option in suppose option A, and you are not reading the other options, that can be sometimes wrong also. You have to read all the options carefully. You cannot skip other option if you find the first option correct. Read other options also. Sometimes we do some silly mistakes and we mistakenly take incorrect and correct options. We just shuffle the readings. So here you have to read all the options carefully. Do not skip reading other options also. So as in option A, P, example of energy given food is given ghee, which is a fat. Fat is an energy giving food. and carbohydrate is also energy giving food. So option for P is correct. Now we have to see Q, pulses. Pulses is protein, and proteins are bodybuilding food, right? So option A stands correct here. But do we need to go down and see BCD also? Yes. We also have to see and nullify the others options so that we can select the correct, most appropriate answer. So option B says that P is cereals and Q is chapati. Chapati is and cereal both are energy giving food. So Q is not correct. The chapati is not correct for energy giving food. Okay, now milk and chapati. Milk is a bodybuilding food because it is having proteins in large number, in large amount. So basically, milk is more proteinaceous, so it is more to be called as bodybuilding food. So obviously, P is energy giving food, so milk is not holding correct here. Also in D, we can see bread and cereals. These both are energy giving food. So P and Q is not being nicely categorized here. So we see that B, C, D, they all are incorrect and only A stands correct here. So the correct answer here is option A. Likewise, you can see there are other examples of flowchart. So here you can see animals are being categorized into three groups: herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore on the basis of their eating habits, right? So you have to select the correct examples of 1, 2, and 3. And the best to pair, I mean, or not all 1, 2, 3 examples are given in the options. We have to select the correct pair of examples. So please note this, it is written select the correct. Sometimes it can be incorrect also. So you always have to see if it is, if the question is asking correct or is it asking incorrect. So here we are being asked correct option regarding this flow chart. So one cow, what is cow? Is it a herbivore, carnivore, or omnivore? It is a herbivore, right? So one cow, 3 bear. Bear is a omnivore. Just in the previous question, as we have discussed, do not skip other 3 options, which are B, C, D. We are saying that A stands here correct, but we have to also see the other 3 options. So in B, it is written crow. Crow is an omnivore, but it is given as an example of carnivore. So the correct, it is not correct, it is incorrect. C, one is fox. Fox is not herbivore, so it is incorrect. D, one is eagle. It is also not herbivore, it's a carnivorous bird. So option A stands correct here. All the 3 options are incorrect. So we have to nullify first and then we have to move to the correct answer and take or tick or just give our answer. Now selecting odd one out question. So this is one question type in which you have to select odd one out of the given 4 options. So here there are 4 given options: nylon, silk, wool, cotton. So they are grouped on the basis of their characteristics, and one of it will not be cannot be qualified into a particular group. The other 3 will be qualified in a group. One will not be able to qualify in that group, and we have to select that odd one out. So as you can see in option A, B, C, D, we have different fabrics: nylon, silk, wool, and cotton, right? Nylon is a synthetic fabric, right? Silk is an animal fiber formed fabric. Wool is animal fabric, animal fiber formed fabric, and cotton is a plant fiber formed fabric. So you can see B, C, D are animal and plant, or you can say natural fiber. These are all B, C, D are natural fiber, whereas A, nylon, is a synthetic fiber. So the correct odd one out here will be option A. So in this way, you will see some option will be given to you. Out of all those 4 options, you have to select those 3 which are having a common characteristic or which can be formed into a group, and one which will not join them, which is completely different from the other 3. So that one will be the odd one, and you have to select that out. Is that okay? Now moving on to another question type, Venn diagram. So you see here, it is a question from the NSO workbook. Now, Venn diagram can be circle. It's a circular shape diagram, which is called Venn. And these can be 2 circles, or these can be 3 as given in this question. So these 2 circles, the circle in itself tells you about a particular characteristic of a thing, right? So when these 2 circles overlap, that overlapping areas here, as you can see, X, Y, and Z, these are overlapping areas, which means X is having common characteristics of Q and R, right? Y is having a common characteristic of both Q and P. If anybody is having any doubt here, you can please put your question in the chat, or you can unmute and ask. Z is having a common characteristic of both P and R. So these 3 circles, these are giving you a characteristics. What are these characteristics? Q circle or Q Venn is giving you a characteristic of an animal which can breathe through skin. Okay. R is giving you an example or a characteristic of an animal which breathes through the gills. It's Q is breathe through the skin, and this is saying breathe through the gills. Then P is an animal which breathes through the lungs, right? So Y is about an animal which can breathe through both lungs as well as skin. X is about an animal, or it's a characteristics that shows that it breathes through both the skin as well as gills. And Z is about an animal which breathes through lungs as well as gills, right? So this Venn diagram, in this Venn diagram, it is asking you which, so you know that tadpole is an infant, or you can say it's a younger version of frog. So when tadpole is hatched from the eggs, it starts breathing through gills. It hasn't yet developed its lungs. So it is breathing. So you have this knowledge in your mind, but now you have to apply it, and you have to see. Now, what are you doing? You are analyzing this data, or you're analyzing this Venn diagram, and now you are going to place where my tadpole can be put. So you can see that Q is breathing through the skin. No, now tadpole is not breathing through the skin yet. Then P is breathing through the lungs. No, it is not. It hasn't developed the lungs yet. Now Y is about lungs and skin, and X is about skins and gills. So also skin respiration hasn't yet started. So tadpole just breathe through the gills, right? Here is this option R, which says that this diagram, Venn diagram, is saying that this animal breathes through the gills, so as tadpole. So you are applying that knowledge that tadpole breathes through the gills, and now you're finding that answer, figuring out the answer in the given options. So the option A stands correct here. So you see how the questions of NSO different from your school questions, where you are being asked how is tadpole respiration different from its adult form. So you will be making a table where you will be showing the differences, that tadpole breathes through this thing and the adult frog breathes through this. But here you are applying that knowledge, you are putting that knowledge into a function, and then you are picking up the right answer. So see, this is the difference between your question from the school and NSO questions. The syllabus will be same, but the way of asking questions will be different. And the way you are going to see these questions, the outlook of your perspective will change the way you are going to see science, right? Science is everywhere in your daily life. Whenever you go around or whatever you are experiencing, it's all about science, right? So you have to develop an aptitude to see that and look into your world and see how things are different. So you see that lightning is coming ahead of thunderstorm or thunder sounds. Why is it happening? It's your daily, it's everyday life question. Why things fall on the ground and not fly in the sky? Because something is pulling it down, right? You are eating something and it is digesting, but why is it not just like we cannot live without food? So science is all about why, and you have to solve those why by developing these aptitude, by developing or polishing your already inbuilt skills that you are born with. And NSO is going to help you with the kind of questions, the kind of opportunity we are providing here for you. So there are other questions also, graph-based questions. Here you can see there are two lines, right? One is horizontal and one is vertical. So these two lines are dependent. So you can see on the vertical side, there are amounts given. On the horizontal side, at times it can be just one entity where it is shown that it is moving up and down, or there are different variation, or it can be shown this way also. Here it is showing about nutrients present in food item X. So right, so in the school exam you might be asked, please write down the nutrients present in suppose egg. What are the different nutrients present in the egg? So you will write down that, or you will be asked what is a balanced diet. You will write down that. But here what is being asked, that there's a food item which is having these different types of nutrients in the given amount. How is this amount be analyzed? As you can see, when we move up, the amount is increasing, right? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see carbohydrate is 4 in the amount. So it is the maximum in the given food item. Whereas roughage is 2 and protein is something 2.5 in the middle of 2 and 3. So roughage and protein are medium, whereas the carbohydrate is the maximum amount. So you can see that a food item which is X here, it is having these nutrients and these are the amount. On the basis of this analysis, you are going to figure out, or you're going to rule out the other variants, and you have to come to the correct answer. So cheese is full of full of fat and proteins, but it is not not having roughage. It is a milk, or you can say dairy product, so it's not having roughage. So A does not stand correct here. Egg is proteinaceous. It is a bodybuilding food. It is having maximum amount of proteins, but we can see that it is also showing carbohydrate. Carbohydrates, you can say egg yolk is there, but protein should have been more as compared to the carbohydrate. So option B is also not standing or not holding correct for the given data. Now idli is made up of rice flour and rice and urad dal. Dal is proteinaceous, rice is carbohydrate, right? So you can see carbohydrate is there, For proteins, urad dal is there. So you can see the given set of proteins is correct for the option C. Yes, it is having carbohydrate and proteins in the given amount. And butter is completely fat. And if we say fat is not there, the nutrient is not there. So option D is not correct for the given data. So the answer for this question is option C. Okay, so on the basis of the given data, we can understand that the food items is having carbohydrate as well as protein, and option C, idli is made up of rice and dal, and it is the one which is holding right for this. See, we have to select the most appropriate from the A, B, and D. Only C is the one which is holding correct for the given data. Now, figure-based questions. First, you have to see, observe carefully the figure. Okay, sometimes here you can see only one part is labeled here, but at times there can be other parts labeled as the XYZ, PQR, ST. There can be multiple labels also. So on the basis of those labels, question can be asked. So here in this given question, it is said, identify the structures X shown in the picture and select the correct statement regarding it. So you see, it is about a plant wherein the roots are coming out from swampy or watery place. So you can see, you can observe carefully that it is about a plant which is growing in an area where the roots are coming out. They are coming out and they are becoming aerial, and they are coming out from the ground. So such kind of a condition happens in swampy areas where water, the ground is so sticky that roots have to come out from the ground and become aerial to get some air, because roots are not getting enough air. So they are coming out from the ground to take air inside. So such kind of conditions happen in mangrove plants, trees. And here options are provided. 4 options are given. The first option is saying that X is called pneumatophore and it is found in plants growing in marshy areas, as we have discussed. Such kind of conditions happen in trees which are living in marshy and swampy areas. And X are aerial roots that are also called pneumatophore, and they come out to take in air, as the marshy grounds and swampy grounds are so sticky that they cannot hold enough air. So they have to come out. The other options, let's see also. X is called lenticel and is found in plants growing in desert areas. As you can see through the diagram, it is not a desert area. So it's not about lenticels. X is called pneumatophore and it is found in plants growing in desert area. Pneumatophores are present, is a characteristic of trees found in marshy areas, not about desert areas. So you have this knowledge. You have the knowledge of adaptive characteristics of trees, of different habitats, of desert areas, of swampy areas. Now you are using that, you are applying that knowledge to pick the correct answer, right? X is called lenticel and is found in plants growing in hilly areas. So these B, C, and D, these all 3 options are incorrect and A stands correct here. So the answer is option A. So what we are trying to say that you have first in your program, you will be given the topics. The teacher will explain you in detail the topics, and then such type of question will be asked for your assessment, so that whatever you have learned, whatever knowledge you have learned, then you have to apply that knowledge to bring your answer, to take out to pick the correct answers. You have to deduce the answer, you have to come to an answer, and out of the given options, you are still being given 4 options. You are not supposed to write the answer. You are given options, 4 options, and you have to select correct answer. right? But that will only happen when you have a good understanding of your syllabus. And for that, this program is going to be very useful for you, because it is not only just going to tell you different topics, not going to just cover your syllabus, but it is also giving you different opportunity for assessment. So you will be assessed, you will be assessing your preparation at different levels, from test assessments to weekly tests. You are giving test assessments and different assessment, and you are gauging your preparation. And if in that case even you are having any query, the teachers are always there, and you can put your questions to the teacher, or you can email to us. We will revert back to you, right? Now, statement type questions. See, these are different types of question. Why are they different types of questions? Because they all are asking different, they are all checking different skills of yours. So in the previous one, as you can see, an observation skills is being tested here, right? You have to observe the given diagram, and then you have to come to a answer, right? Also applying with your knowledge. In the this one here, you are critically analyzing the data. So you have to check your analytical skills. So this question is asking is giving you a data where you have to check your analytical skills. So you are being assessed on the skills which will help you in having a good aptitude. Here also you are given Venn diagrams, where you have to come and see. This Venn diagram is asking you so many things. You have to first understand the concept clearly, whatever is being taught to you in your classes, in your school, as well as in the program. And then that knowledge has to be put into action, into application, where you can check, okay, where my this animal is going to be fitted, where it can be fit at this position or that position or this position. So it's kind of a puzzle for you. So all these skills will come into an action, like knowing, understanding, then analytical skills, logical skills. So all these are going to help you in forming a good aptitude, and that is not only going to help you in NSO, but obviously going to change your outlook for life. Trust me. Now read the given statement. In this question, you are given 4 statements, and out of these 4 statements, you have to select correct statements. Mind you, it can be sometimes given select incorrect ones. So you have to be very careful while reading the question. Sometimes it can be written incorrect. So please be sure that if it is correct or incorrect, and then only mark your answer. So in the given question, there are 4 statements which are saying, the first one is saying cooking makes the food soft, tasty, and easy to chew and digest. It is a correct statement. We cook food to make the complex nutrients into we decompose, sorry, we just cut them, and the cooking makes the complex nutrients into simpler nutrients, and that can help us in digesting food easily. So cooking makes the food soft, tasty, as well as we are able to digest it. So the statement 1 is correct. Excuse me. Reheating the food again and again restores the nutrients in the food. So this is not a correct statement. Reheating actually makes food, it actually, in that way, nutrients are lost. Eating junk food very often can lead to health problems. That is true. Old people need food that is raw and hard to chew. No, it's not true. Old people have weak dental they have very weak jaw and teeth, so they are having dental problems. So it is not easy for them to eat hard and raw food. So in the given, excuse me 1 second. So in the given 4 statements, we can see Only 1 and 3 stands correct, and these two are given in option C, 1 and 3. So the correct option here will be option C. Similarly, we are having paragraph questions, paragraph based questions. As you can see in this question, it is about food nutrient X, Y, and Z. So first you have to read this paragraph in which you have to identify what is X, Y, and Z. People who do a lot of physical work, such as laborers, need to eat more X. Now you have to see what is X is. Y builds our muscles and helps us to grow. So what is Y is? Y is something that is helping us to build good muscles. So it has to be a bodybuilding nutrient, right? Y, and Y is therefore known as bodybuilding food. Z gives us more energy than X. So we know X is something which is energy giving food, and Z is giving more energy than X. So what is that you have to identify? So by this paragraph, we can come to this solution, but we can come to know that X is carbohydrate, Z is fat, and Y is protein. And once we have come to know that these X, Y, Z are these nutrients, we have to select the correct option about X, Y, and Z. Fruits have simple X. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm having a cough. 1 second, please.
Ma'am, you can have a glass of water if you just want to take a small break. Meanwhile, I'll just inform you that after this presentation is over for 2 minutes, I will discuss how schedule and the MTG live portal will be shared to you, how you can apply the code and access the portal. So after ma'am finishes this presentation, I'll go ahead. Okay. Yes, ma'am, you can proceed now.
So we can see that XYZ, we have understood what these XYZ are from the given paragraph. We have come to the conclusion, and on the basis of that, we are going to select the correct option regarding X, Y, and Z. So it's given in option A, fruits have simple X, simple carbohydrate, and hence are digested quickly, whereas wheat, corn, rice, potato have complex carbohydrate and hence take more time to get digested, which is true. True, because fruits are eaten raw and we can easily digest it. But wheat, corn, and rice, potato, these are cooked before we consume it because it is having complex carbohydrate. So this A stands true here. Y, which is protein, helps to repair damaged body parts. Okay, so option B is also right because proteins helps to repair damaged body parts. When we eat too much of Z, which is fat, it gets stored in our body as body fat. So whenever we eat too much of fat or carbohydrate, it gets deposited in our body at different places and becomes body fat. So all the above given statement A, B, and C hold true, and so the option D, which is all of these, is correct for the given question. So the correct option is D. But mind you, my friends, not always all of these will be the correct answer for your question. So at times we are the options like all of these, none of these will be given to you. But it is not always like that. You have to select all of these. If a particular question is given with the option all of these, then you just come to it and select that, because most of the time it might appear to you that all of these is correct, but it's not going to be happening. So you have to read, as I have discussed earlier also, you have to check all the options and then mark your correct answer. So all of these, none of these is just to, just to give you a little, it will just help you to change your mindset and nothing else. Now question based on tables. So there will be question based on your tables. As you can see, there is a tabular or illustration wherein you can see animals P, Q, R are given in one side. Okay, and characteristics of 4 types: breathes through spiracles, breathes through skin, herbivores, omnivores are given here. So which of these animal is cockroach and frog? So you can select out of so cockroach and frog. So you can see these are we are given 3 option P, Q and R. Now for frog, what is there? It breathes through spiracles? No. It breathes through skin? Yes. It is a herbivore? No. It is omnivore? No. It is carnivore. So option Q is correct for frog, right? Whereas for cockroach, it is given it breathes through spiracles, right? It breathes through skin, right? Is it a herbivore? No. Is it a omnivore? Yes. So option P is true for cockroach. So you can see option C, P and Q respectively. So you also have to see. Sometimes it might be given Q and P, but we have to select in the correct order also. So P and Q is correct for this type of question, this given question. And they can be matched the following type of question, which you all are doing from the very early stage of your education. So here 2 columns will be given. You have to match them, and then you have to select the correct option with the correct given set of variables. So here you can see that one column is saying about vitamins, and the second column is showing different deficiency diseases. So P, Q, R, S are 4 variables. So you have to match these with their deficiency diseases, and then you have to select the correct option which is having the correct variables. Okay, which is matched with their correct variables. So vitamin A, so deficiency of vitamin A can lead to night blindness. Deficiency of vitamin B can lead to beriberi. Deficiency of vitamin C can lead to scurvy, and deficiency of vitamin D can lead to rickets. So you can see 5 options are given in the deficiency diseases column. This is given to just confuse you, but you have to select the correct option from the given on the basis of the correct matches that you have done. So here option B is the correct answer. So this brings to the end of orientation. Usha ma'am will take over from here. Usha ma'am.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nega ma'am, for introducing students about National Science Olympiad and importance of science in their day-to-day life. Okay, so here on, let's discuss about how these classes will be commenced and how student will be able to access the classes. So I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. So in these online classes, as we have already shared the information through mail, actual syllabus classes will be starting from 6th of May 2022. That is next Friday. We had to start it from 3rd of May, but due to holiday on Eid, we have to start it from 6th of May. That is Friday. So there will be 20 plus classes for grade 2 to 5 students. There will be 25 plus classes for grade 6 to 8 students. That will cover entire syllabus of Science Olympiad, and we will include a lot of questions, practice questions. So that will give you a good practice before the Olympiad exams begins. There will be a teacher and a co-teacher in the class. So teacher will be explaining you the topic, while if you have any queries related to the topic, you can also ask from the teacher. You can also ask in the chat box from the co-teacher. So there will be a co-teacher also present in the live class, which he or she will be answering your queries throughout the class and monitoring the activities throughout the class and you can get answers from these teachers in the chat box also. So teacher will explain the topic. During the topic, if you have any doubt, you can answer the queries from the teacher. Plus, you can answer the queries from the co-teacher as well through chat. Okay. Each class will be of 1 hour duration. Teacher will focus on the SOF syllabus of the subject. There will be a lot of practice questions as I already discussed. There will be doubt sessions included. We'll provide you access of the MTG live portal, where the class recordings, class links, and assessments and worksheets will be shared. There will be a weekly test on every Sunday that will be shared through MTG live portal, where you have to just start the test and finish the test. There will be no class for weekly test. So it will be the weekly test will happen on every Sunday till your classes are going on. So approximately 2.5 to 3 months will be the duration of the classes. There will be a one mock test before, at least approximately 1 month before the Olympiad exams begins. So it will give you a good practice how Olympiad exams and what type of questions in the Olympiad exams. So you can practice a lot before actual Olympiad exams. Okay, so this is the URL for our MTG live portal. We'll share all these informations through email to you and through WhatsApp groups to you that we have created. All live class recordings will be shared through these URL and these portals. What are the steps how you can apply the code? We will share the code. So we will share the code through mail, just like you can see this activation code. This is just the dummy code, so no one can apply this. So we will share the code through mail. You have to apply the code by going onto this platform. You have to log in with Gmail. So you can log in with any Gmail ID, even if you have not used in the registration. But you have to make sure that this code can be used once with any email ID. So you have to apply carefully to that email ID where you want this can be accessed. So if you're a student, or if your child is attending classes from home, and if he has another Gmail ID, then you can log in on this portal through that Gmail ID, and you can apply the code also through that Gmail ID. Okay, you have to log in with Gmail. There is no separate login ID or password you have to enter. First, you have to log in on the browser with Gmail, just like any, simply like you log in on your Gmail. Just you have to log in like that. You have to open this URL and then click on login with Gmail option. Then there is a tab activate course. You have to click on activate course, and then you have to apply the code. Okay. Now, after applying the code, there will be a pop-up that will appear. You just need to click on checkout. After checkout, the course will be added to your account, where you will get everything, recordings after 24 to 48 hours, and the worksheets and the assessment, everything will be shared to you time to time through this portal only. Okay, so I'm unmuting all the students for some time. If you have any queries, you can just ask me or Megha ma'am. So we'll answer the queries. Okay.
If you have any query, you can please ask.
I'm just unmuting.
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute. Okay, please ask the query one by one, and if we are not able to answer any query, you can write mail also to mtgonlineclass@mtg.in. Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
I have taken the 2 online courses for my child Rugved. So can I use during applying? I have given the mail ID, that my mail ID with Yahoo ID. Can I give? Can I log in with Rugved Gmail ID?
Yes, I mean, you want to use the same email ID for 2 children or just for 1 children?
One email ID for 2 classes. Means I have taken maths
the
also
same
and
children?
science also.
Okay,
MTG
for 2
only.
classes for the same children, right?
Yeah,
Ma'am,
yeah.
actually the meeting.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can add you can add all the 3 courses or through the same email ID for 1 children. If you have two children in your home and you have registered for the classes, then you have to use 2 different email IDs for different children, because if you apply it through if you apply both the courses from same email ID, then they might not access it at the same time. So for
Okay,
1 children, you can add 2 or 3
One.
or 3 courses for 1 children in the same email ID. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have no questions. I can leave the meeting.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Ma'am, I don't have any questions. I can leave the meeting.
Okay, yes. Those who don't have any queries, they can leave the meeting.
Ma'am,
And
sir, ready the question one.
I have some query.
Ma'am, can you go back to the question one?
Question 1.
Yes, ma'am, of the Science Olympiad. Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Textual question one that we did today.
1 second. Let me go to that question.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please. Is this the one?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I wanted to tell you for a trick in option C, there are mixed options. Milk, chapati, PQ.
Milk and chapati, but
Ma'am, it's
yes, you mixed it. No?
chapati, milk.
Chapati, but you mixed it. No, milk is not an energy-giving food.
Yes, ma'am, that's what I'm saying. There are mixed options.
Yes, yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
Okay,
evening.
ma'am, we have joined late. We were not aware it's from 4 o'clock. So can you send the pictures of the question which you have done today?
Ma'am, it is just an example of different types of questions. Once your program will start, you will be given, and such kind of question will be given to the students for assessment and practice. So it's nothing to worry. You such kind of a question will keep coming to you.
Okay, ma'am, you were talking about the Sunday test. They will be every weekly, when you will start the course, every Sunday you will take the test.
yes, ma'am, there will be tests every Sunday. That will the questions will include from the previous topic that you were taught during that week.
For week, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am,
And Sunday, there will be no class on Sunday. The test have to attempt it. It has to be attempted from the portal. So you can simply log in and start the test and attempt the test in the given time.
Ma'am, this is
timing will be the same at 4 o'clock.
No. The test will be available for the entire day.
Okay,
From
for
morning
for
till
entire. Okay.
Yes. So any in the entire day, any time you can attempt the test.
Okay.
Ma'am, one thing, this is Ark. I tried to open the portal. It's telling attackers may trying to steal your information. So it's not opening.
Sorry, I didn't get your message. Could you please share this information through our WhatsApp number or the email ID so I can look into this?
Okay, ma'am.
You can just share the screenshot on the WhatsApp number that we have provided.
Ma'am, what are lenticle and new metaphor?
In which class are you?
Ma'am, class 5.
Class 5. So you will study about that in your higher classes. The metaphors are pores that you can see in aerial roots. Lenticels are also pores, and these are all aeration pores through exchange of gases happen. So you will study that in your higher standards. So these questions are from different standards and not just from one. Okay.
Ma'am, will you send the information about the portal in the group?
We will share you the mail.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so by tomorrow you will receive a mail of the schedule as well as the code in the to apply in the portal, and we'll share the information on the WhatsApp group that we have shared mail to you. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is the Sunday test a Google form?
No. Sunday test will not be available through Google Form. It will be through the portal only. So we have introduced the MTG Live portal for our students so that everything will be there on the portal. You don't have to look into mails to find the Google Form. So we have made it convenient for our students. So you can access it through MTG Live portal and you can attempt the test from there. Okay.
Ma'am, I have
Me,
some
ma'am.
doubts. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I would like to ask that the classes for grade 8 will be from what time? It will be 4 to 5 p.m. in IST?
For grade A, it will be
Grade 8. 8.
eighth. Yes, ma'am. For 8, the timings are 5 to 6 p.m. Tuesday and Friday.
5 to 6. Okay. Because, we are in the different time zones. So, we need to adjust the timings. That's why, these are confirmed, right? Confirmed timing.
Okay. No problem. So these timings are as per Indian Standard Time. So you
Yeah.
can accordingly calculate your time and keep
Yeah.
just set a reminder. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Ma'am, doubts from the test.
Sorry, I didn't get the query. Could you please ask one by one?
Ma'am, I have some doubts from the test. Priya.
Which test?
Ma'am, questions.
Okay.
Yes, you
Ma'am,
can ask.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, and first is from the Venn diagram question.
Venn diagram once.
If we don't have any questions.
Yes, you can ask.
Ma'am, in this, what can be the examples of X and Y?
X and Y. So X is an animal which can breathe through skin as well as gills. So
Sorry, ma'am, X and Z. X and Z.
X and Z. Z. Z is an animal which can breathe through lungs as well as gills. Okay, and X is an animal which can breathe through skin as well as gills. So gills are present mostly in fish, right? Or in tadpole. So we don't see lungs in fishes. So Z and X and Z are just to confuse you. Okay, there can be many variables just to confuse you. So you are having R, X, Z, and Y. These are 4 variables. Out of these 4 variables, you have to select, right? So X and Z, option B and C. So these are just to confuse you. Frog is the one which can breathe through lungs, skin, as well as it can breathe through the. It has cutaneous. It has lungs, respirations, and gills. So gills is happening in the tadpole, but it's not there in the given options.
Ma'am, right now you said that lungs and respiration and gills both. So how can it be?
But here we have to select about tadpole, right? So in option Z, you can take an example as a frog, but what we have to select here, we have to select about the tadpole.
Okay, ma'am, and I have more doubt. 1 minute.
Yes.
1 minute. Ma'am, second doubt is from the Raphagen protein one.
Proteins.
Ma'am, the carbohydrate.
This one.
Ma'am, this one.
Yes.
Ma'am, you said that roughage is looking like 2 and protein is looking like 2.5, but from my side, roughage is looking like 1.5 and protein is looking like 2.
Yes, it is actually 1.5 and 2. Sorry, this is something I didn't able to see. So yes, roughage is 1.5 and protein is 2. Yes, you are right here.
And ma'am, can you explain in detail about the lenticle and pneumatophore?
Lenticles and
Students, so these details, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Megha ma'am. These details will be shared in details in the class. So leave something for class 2.
Yes. Plus, these two topics you will be knowing in your higher standards. So leave that also for your higher standards.
Ma'am, I have doubt. From which date the sessions are going to be start?
The syllabus classes are starting from 6th of May, that is Friday. From at the same time that is given in the schedule to you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think
I have
it
one
was
more
from today, ma'am.
Can you hear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it was from today, ma'am.
The classes for
No.
science for my kid. Sorry.
Sorry, I was replying to the previous question. No, it won't start from today. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, I have taken classes only for science for my kid. I
Okay,
want
okay.
to pursue for maths for him also, but not right now because he comes very late he comes at 3:45. Just to
Okay.
reduce the burden, I want कि मतलब वो science का complete हो जाए, then I want to take classes for maths. Ma'am, तो आप क्या दूसरा schedule अपना जो अपना करोगे वो आफ्टर कंप्लीट दोबारा एक स्टार्ट करोगे, जैसे साइंस और मैथ का एक बार कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, फिर दोबारा जब साइंस का कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि मैथ्स का मतलब मैं उसके 3 months बाद करूँ, तो ऐसा इज इट पॉसिबल?
Ma'am, next batch we will be starting soon. So, but for some classes it will be in parallel with the science class. It will not conflict with the science class, but yes, it will be. Yes, it will be with
Monday and Tuesday. ऐसा नहीं होगा जैसा I want.
Yes, for now we have maths classes on Monday and Thursday and science classes on Tuesday and Friday. So if your child can attend both the classes together, then it's good. But if you want him to finish for science first, then you can wait for the next batch announcements.
मतलब you will start next batch after 3 months.
I'm not sure after 3 months.
Not
Yes.
sure.
Yes,
Because
yes.
this is for 3 months now. For science, it will take 3 months now. 20-25 classes.
Yeah, ma'am. So in that case, subsequent batches will be released. Whatsoever suits you, you can get enrolled in that. We can't commit that thing. That will be exactly after 3 months, maybe after a month or 1.5 months. So it's based upon the requirement and the demand from the parents. We will release new batches accordingly.
Ma'am, the classes were going to start from today, ma'am. The 5 to 6, ma'am. The first day. The first was today, ma'am.
No. The classes are going to start from 6th of May. Today was the orientation class for all students of science of NSO classes.
Okay, ma'am. And I tried the MTG, that code activation code on InfoPrep site, ma'am. It is showing that the code is wrong, ma'am. I tried.
No. Have you applied the same code that I shared in the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
This is not the valid code. We will share because the code is different for different students. So we will share each code in the mail. So you will get the mail with the code that you have to apply in the MTG Live portal.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and you all will receive the code by tomorrow.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I have enrolled my son for science and logical reasoning. I wanted to enroll him for math also. So can I apply the code again? I mean, the discount coupon.
Yes, ma'am. You may contact our number, which is there. We have given you, or you may leave your number in the chat box to us. We'll
Okay.
contact you and inform.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have one more doubt.
Yes.
Oh, great. So you may leave the session now. So, dear parents and students, thank you very much for attending our orientation class and giving it a successful start. We would like to see you in the class with the same enthusiasm and learning aptitude. So all the best to you. Keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Ma'am, I have doubts.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ma'am, if
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Good day.
Bye.
ma'am is